Good evening, Randomania, and welcome to this exciting matchup between LUF and DekarSMASH. My name is Xenocat. I'm joined here in the booth by Sheep Launcher for this exciting Game 3. Sheep, how are you doing tonight?
You're doing great. LUF on your left side is looking to pull up the biggest numerical upset I think it's possible to do in this tournament. LUF, the 60 seed, going up against the 3 seed DekarSMASH, but it all comes down to tonight and how our runners race against each other.
Yeah, we've had some exciting matches between these two leading up to this one. We are now heading towards the final match, which has our two random objectives for tonight are dropping the magma key into the aggregate well and waking Yang with the pan. What do you make of those objectives?
Yeah, those are two key item dependent objectives, and with the key items being on the moon and possible on the blue planet, they can be anywhere. So this seed can really take us all over the place.
Yeah, we were talking before the race about potential for rudeness, and we came up with, I think the rudest thing would be a DKC into Ogopogo hook route, Twin Harp underground at, say, Keyless Tower, required music leads to Darkness Crystal, Alt Gauntlet at Ogo gates the pan with Magma Key at Sheila 2, and then there is a Demist at CPU holding, say, I don't know, the Luca key with Wyvern at Sealed Cave, guarding half of Forage.
That would be so rude. So rude and so convoluted that it could be in the movie Clue, which is referenced in our objectives today. Speaking of convoluted plots, but we will have to see just what the seed gives us. Our runners are starting with a Porum in this all-important Game 3. Not the first choice you'd want to see as your hero, but our runners are certainly skilled enough to make it work.
Yeah, we're gonna be getting started in just a little bit, it looks like. I think probably about 30 seconds or so, maybe a little bit longer.
Yeah, while we have a chance, do want to thank our restreamer Harumph and our tracker Firebird Lover for doing all the behind-the-scenes stuff and allowing us, Sheep Launcher and Xenocat, to bring you the words for this really hyped Game 3. There's not a better way to end your weekend.
Indeed. Looks like we're getting ready.
Yeah, you can see that's a Porum start and not a Palom start. You see just underneath her chin, that little triangle of fabric, the metal is a little bit lower. That means it's a Porum. And that's a little tip for you. And next time you can't tell which is Palom and which is Porum on the start screen.
She also has a little lock of hair that comes down over her forehead, but she is joined by a vanilla cane, and a Sparkle gives us a spoon.
Oh, Sparkle Spoon. Seems like an overpriced internet cereal company, but Porum and Kane, a very interesting start. I think our runners really have quite a decision to make about how much looting they want to do, how quickly they want to roll through the seed.
Hey, this is your final party. You have a white mage and you have someone who can do damage. We're done.
Yeah, Kane is there to do the bonking, just needs a little bit of an upgrade from a Spear, unless you're fully committed to the memes.
Yeah, Kane would like something better than a Spear. So both of our runners are heading straight to Eblin Castle. This is a very high tier loot area. Definitely makes sense to hit this area up, hoping for a good weapon for that Kane. Ninja Sword, great. Not for Kane. Slumber Sword. Okay, maybe we'll want something better.
Yeah, Slumber Sword.
Ooh, an Ice Brand is better. Still fantastic.
It is better, and a Samurai Helm will certainly help.
Yeah,
That was a Rydia room that LUF found, both a Dragon Whip and a Sylph Summon.
yep. DekarSMASH is hitting a lot of monsters in the left tower. So we'll see. Going right back in though.
Yeah, there are 3 trap chests in Eblin Castle. It's a very popular spot on these flags to...
Ooh, getting a lightsaber and a samurai bow.
Very nice. And our runners will probably want to see Cecil on these flags, but it's always nice to have a lightsaber for him right away.
Yep. We will see if Dekar heads into... Dekar looks like is going to loot up that middle. Grab the goods that LUF found in there.
Do you have a preference for your tracking through Eblin Castle?
I like middle first. Middle first just feels like the best to me, just because it's the fewest chests, so it's the least likely you're gonna find one of the trap chests. And then I try to keep track of anything that stands out as like something I want to pick up as I go through, but I'm the kind of person who, unlike these runners, will, if I see a trap chest in a tower, I will leave it behind and go to the next one.
Certainly has its advantages and disadvantages. You know, one of the reasons they're here in Castle Eblin is because of the tier of loot, and especially here this early, you're not quite sure who is going to arrive on your party, so it is best to keep as much stuff as you can.
Oh my goodness, our runners were synced up exactly their roof, going back down the stairs accidentally, giving back just a few seconds to sync up with DekarSMASH.
Just a little bit of a button push, give up a few seconds.
Was that 2 ninja shirts?
That's 2 ninja shirts and a heroin robe.
A heroin robe. Well, okay. Porum should never have any agility issues ever again.
So, one of the...
This is an absurdly good Eblin Castle.
Yeah, both runners, it appears, making the correct decision to loot that up quickly. Porum can run into agility issues, especially in the late game. It takes her up to level 57, I believe, to get to agility 28. But that heroin robe with plus 15 agility, is that right?
Yep.
It solves a lot of issues. Makes her faster than just about anyone easily on the overworld, and for a good part of the underground, it helps with agility as well.
This is a really heads-up play by DekarSMASH. Knows that Porum has a samurai bow and a heron robe, but didn't pick up any arrows, so heads to Agert to go buy some lit arrows from the shop, just so that Porum has something to use.
That is a loaded Agert item shop as well. Cure 3's life potions, and that Sylph Summon if they didn't pick it up in Eblin Castle.
And hey, those arrows are going to be real helpful here, because this is Plague.
Like, weak to arrows because Plague just floats there. Plus, you would think that the giant eyeball in the middle of his head would be susceptible to piercings.
Yeah.
But that's a Sid on top of Mount Hobbs. LUF gets a little outspeeded by that Plague at first. Not enough damage to do.
Yeah, I think was trying to get the reflected count, and it just didn't happen. Looks like is going to try to do some better anchoring, better slow anchoring to try to get through this Plague. Although I'm not sure this party has the damage output to get through.
Yeah, no good weapons for Sid in that Eblin Castle that I noticed. So he'll be rocking a wooden sword. Might have a Stardust or something like that.
Yeah, well, Kane is only jumping for like 300 damage. That's not good enough.
Dekar gets through with one arrow right to the face.
Yeah, samurai bow, heron robe, very good.
Yeah, that was
And
1700 arrow shot, and Dekar is through. Finds some Dragoon gloves on the back. LUF, meanwhile, trying to manipulate the count, get some more, do some die res strats to, and rely on Kane for that damage output.
yeah, these strats are a little bit slower, but should get him through this fight.
Dekar finding a couple lip bolts in Antlion Cave, and a silk web.
That
Great
silk web
thing there.
is huge. That'll apply 2 casts of slow to any boss in the game. Probably going to use it on the boss.
And deep within Antlion Cave, Dekar found an exit.
That's nice. You
that
can
is-
use that to get out of Antlion Cave.
Exactly. Don't have to walk on back out of here. It pays for itself.
Ooh, a headband has been found on the back of Hobbs, which might actually theoretically have been useful for this fight if this fight was scary.
It's not.
But no, the Magus Sisters at Antlion, not that bad because a J item takes care of them. And look, it's the Magma Key.
Dekar just came from Agar, going to go straight back there.
Meanwhile, LUF is looks like fading Antlion for now, heading to Fabul.
Yeah. It's a play that a lot of people like to make. It's going to cost him in this instance.
Yeah, I can defend this play actually, especially since you have a Porum, and she does learn Exit naturally, and you might want to hold off on Antlion until you learn Exit. But for this particular seed, Antlion has Magma Key, which is both underground access and an objective.
And Dekar takes care of that objective number 4 right away. Oh, and LUF with a misclick to help the King of Fabul.
Yep, accidentally said no.
And when you say no, you get escorted out of the room. They don't want to see you anymore.
Yeah, no, they don't want to see you.
So lots of options for Dekar now that he's opened up his underground access. You have to imagine Feymarch is on the table. Since he hasn't gone to Fabul yet, probably check in on Yong down in the Silk Cave.
Yep.
Lots of shops down here.
LUF is going to show us our quarter leg.
Yeah, all of the elements decide Fabul is the place to be. Maybe they heard there was a party over here.
Perhaps.
And Dekar finds a Blizzard Sphere.
Ooh, that is a slight upgrade from that Ice brand. And a Tower Key. You know, this might be the seed for a cheeky half tower play.
Now, what would be the advantage here?
You could sneak that check very early.
Yeah, there's only 1,000 HP in that cannon room.
Not even. It's like 600. Oh, hey, look, it's a Sparkle.
Dekar going right in. Hopefully he's safe. That's a Wyvern, and that's a Venom.
Oh, Venom's not bad, other than
It's
you
not
can't.
bad at all.
It's mildly annoying, but it's fine.
Nobody's going to survive that with 1 HP, though, but Dekar has the knowledge.
While we were watching Dekar, LUF, it looks like, did get through Fabul. I did not see what the item was.
I did not either.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Oh, Luca key apparently. Thanks, chat.
Yes, thank you to chat, and thank you to the motorcycle gang who wants to make sure we don't ever miss it again and forget it. They're going to enforce it on threat of extreme chaining.
Yeah.
Oh, Underground has an Earth Hammer.
Oh, that is definitely nice for Sid.
And this, and a Leviathan summon on Ordeals. Dekar's party is shaping up a little bit.
Yeah, he's been finding a lot of really good stuff in this Underground. Is now going to run through the Sylph Cave to set up the Sheila 1 check. We'll get both the Luca key and another item when he goes back to Fabul. And meanwhile, LUF has found the gauntlet.
Yeah, the hesitation before the blue robe attacked indicated that the gauntlet is here. This is going to be a time-consuming ordeals.
You know what would help with this gauntlet?
The Earth Hammer that LUF just picked up.
I was thinking more the Blizzard Spear, but sure, the Earth Hammer will also help.
Yeah, you could really use...
Both of those work really well. But LUF has neither of those things.
Yeah, that Earth Hammer was underground, not on Ordeals. Ordeals had a Leviathan summon, which would be very good, except no one to cast it. Question in chat, the win condition completes 4 out of the 5 objectives that are listed in the middle. Dekar has already completed 1 of the objectives, dropping the Magna Key into the well, has to do 3 more. Once you do those 4 objectives, you get the crystal, you defeat Zemus, who's the big boss at the end.
Yep. And we should mention, defeating Zemus is not a simple task. There's a lot that goes into defeating him.
And Dekar confirming that the King of Fabul does give us that Luca key, as he successfully defends Fabul, and we'll also check in on Sheila.
Gets a long sword, so Edge is now pretty much decked out.
Yeah.
If he shows up.
And a wind spear if Kane wants something different. Just a ninja star.
Edge can throw that maybe if he shows up.
Yeah.
Neat.
Lot of sneaky good Edge gear. So
I think Sheila was just like, hey, I have this random piece of metal lying around.
Will you tell Edge to clean up his room?
Yeah. Please take this random piece of metal and get it out of my room.
Yeah. Doesn't anybody understand this is a choking hazard?
Yeah, it's in the kitchen. Like, oh my. Get it out of that kitchen.
Seriously. It's probably not sterile.
Oh, almost certainly not.
Now I'm imagining cutting vegetables with a ninja star and my fingers hurt.
Yeah, ninja stars are not designed for cutting.
No. LUF is through that gauntlet. The gauntlet in the first spot is time consuming, but it's not scary.
Yeah.
Also, it doesn't do a ton. There are some places where a gauntlet can really help with your grind. The first spot in Ordeals is not it.
Oh, hey, look! It's another rude boss.
I see you in the back spot.
This is more time consuming.
You know, you always want to back up your computer, but this is ridiculous.
This Ordeals was tired of everyone going fast. We need to go slow.
Yeah, it's like those levels in Sonic where you just can't blaze through. You have to like jump around and do some puzzle things. It's like, yeah, you thought you could just go fast and do fun things. Nope, you have to slow down a little while.
Yep, those speed bumps that or the bumpers that point in the opposite direction. So if you're going too fast, you charge right into them. That's Mount Ordeals right now.
And it is a good test of kind of your nerve as a runner. Dealing with a couple of slow bosses in a row, it can really mess with your sense of timing. Like you know, the slow bosses kind of, you have picks of how far you think you should be at any given time, and slow bosses really put you behind, and you just have to remember that your opponent has to deal with them too.
Yeah. It is. Trying to gauge time where you're supposed to be at a certain time in this game is very tricky because there's always variability with how long the bosses take.
Yeah, it's certainly not something you can do with any degree of precision, so it's important to remember the relative slowness, and not to kind of hold yourself to too much of a standard that your opponent might not be able to make either.
Yep, but it does look like LUF is through that CPU fight, as Dekar is maybe finished with that Assault Gauntlet. Yeah, finishing those fights at the same time.
Yeah, LUF does something that I've long dreamed about. He throws his computer off the side of a cliff.
Oh, I don't think LUF has any arrows. This is unfortunate.
Gonna go in with a staff, a heroin rope staff into the changing room.
Literally any arrow would be so good.
And that's a twin heart.
We have music.
Ha!
Ha ha ha.
Oh boy.
I mean, we don't need arrows for this.
No.
Might have wanted to wait on that Star Veil because this spot is slow and Porum is very fast.
Yeah, hopefully that wall will last a long time. Porum has to listen to Golbez mansplain a whole bunch here.
Well, Golbez has to tell his jokes, you know?
So, Mount Ordeals is really slow boss mountain.
Yeah. I think we got our money's worth for this Mount Ordeals.
So, I think so. There needs to be a zip line to get to the bottom. And LUF finding out that that Star Veil wore off already and has to burn another one.
Yeah, putting up that veil early was way too early for reflecting any spells. The other trouble here is Golbez does not do a lot of damage.
No, LUF is going to have to figure out some way to do damage, and that...
Ooh, and that spells only last for like one spell. Yeah, I think this Heron Orb is actually a bad thing.
And it's not like a jacket you can take off at dinner. You gotta wear that the whole fight.
Okay, LUF is starting to throw J items. This is good.
That's very heads-up play.
That's enough damage.
Yep, a Boreas and a Vampire. You feel bad in the moment for having to use some J items, but it's much better than the alternative.
Indeed.
So LUF is through, has his harp. We'll see where he wants to go from here. He has some options. He hasn't gotten that Magna Key yet. And before Golbez could even comment on Shadow's lack of appetite, Dekar got some damage off on him.
Yeah, Dekar's form is doing a lot of work with arrows, which has been great for him.
Yeah, he has a samurai bow, but Dekar has some nice arrows. I didn't see what kind he picked up, maybe mute arrows. And that heroine robe, samurai bow combination, really doing the work there.
Yeah, that plus 25 strength between the two pieces of gear is absurdly powerful.
Luke going to head over to Baron.
Yep, has Faded Antline to this point, may as well check the last thing that he can before Harp, and does find, hey, look, it's Cecil and Demist.
Bonus! Did find some poison arrows.
Yeah, that is huge, actually. Has arrows now. Moof is going to be able to do some reasonable damage.
Made sure that Demus wasn't going to phase change in that first spot. Runs into a Mylon of some variety in the second spot. It's Mylon and it's all his friends.
Yeah, this is the place to use that Stardust. Get rid of the friends. We don't like
Yeah.
the friends.
Yeah, Mylon was able to book a table for 5 at the Baron Inn. But
Well,
we don't
yeah.
we don't want all of them here.
6 if you count Demist.
True.
And I guess Cecil, or is Mylon in this canon a dark form of Cecil?
Oh, interesting. Dekar looking for his. J. Adams finds a firebomb. That'll do the job.
Moof is now through the Mylon.
Oh, my steak. It's been overcooked. Send it back. Oh, he said, oh, my body instead. It gets a sand ruby.
We have not seen this character yet. This could be a very valuable character as well.
It could be. An edge would be huge here.
Yeah, Edge would be very valuable. Even a Palin might be nice.
Alan might be nice. Rosa would be okay.
Oh, also, Luf did just learn Exit, so can now do Antlion and Twin Harp, I guess, without having to walk those out. Oh yeah, also there's a Demist item.
We're going to do the check. He's going to check everything while he's here.
Yeah, may as well check Mist Cave first. Nope, that's a Valvalis.
That's a Valvalis that you're happy to see in that spot.
Dekar won't have to check that spot because he knows where Wyvern is.
Sounds he needs to do at all. And that's a pass. Very good, very interesting.
Yeah, that'll get our runners access to Zeromus, although we can't fight him yet.
No. No, we cannot, and our runners are certainly looking for that darkness crystal as well.
Oh, hey, look, it's a duplicate Cecil.
So that sand ruby is just a rock that goes toward the key item count.
And nothing else.
Dekar has 6 key items already, by the way.
Yeah, this has been very quick. He's been very quickly tearing through checks.
And Dekar going up to Gabe Magnus.
Yep, back row glitching Cecil, giving him the lightsaber to do all the damage with. Has charm arrows for Porum.
Very nice. We'll do some shopping here in town.
Yep, getting rid of some of the stuff for Rydia, maybe thinking that Rydia's probably not going to join the party at this point.
Yeah, probably her time for usefulness has passed a little bit.
Yep, is going to properly equip Sid now. And is on the way to Cave Magnus to hopefully give us some music.
And Luke deciding now is the time for Antlion. Not really much else he could go unless he wants to do that harp, but he figures he has exit. Now's the time for Antlion Cave, not going to loot on the way down. Except for the one box you practically stumble over.
Is going to miss out on a Silk Web, which is a little unfortunate.
Dekar heading into Cape Magnus.
Yep.
To confront the Dark Elf and his proxy at the end.
Oh, goodness. Does look like LUF does have some better armor, at least, than Dekar, so if there's potentially a rude punchy boss that's required, LUF is a little bit better set up for that.
Yeah, Magus Sisters won't be that rude punchy boss right now, but Dekar has perished inside Cave Magnus, and that means Edward to the rescue to play us a song.
I suppose you better be quiet now.
We have to.
Yes. And DekarSMASH is now through that Rude Mom Bomb.
Yeah, and in a party with Kane and Cecil and Sid, it makes sense that your main damage dealer is Porum.
Yeah, not logically. Oh, and that's a hook.
Wow.
Oh, I'm so glad LUF went to Antlion.
Oh, that could have been catastrophic.
Oh, boy. Yeah, that could have been real bad. We know that there's nothing on the hook route other than a character there. So, no need to check that necessarily.
There could
The
be
character
double
could be
elixirs for sale.
Yes, that is true. And it is required to turn in the rat tail if that becomes relevant.
But Eddie was playing some hot licks, I believe, from Star Wolf, according to chat.
I believe you're correct.
Question from chat, have we seen Wyvern? Yes, Wyvern is in the King spot in the Feymarch.
And the Witchburn is just a Venom. So nothing too scary.
No, that spot will move quickly, though. It has really decent magic power, but no amount of magic power is going to make the Venom anything to really freak out about.
Yep. We have also found Bahamut, the other Blarg.
Yeah, Bahamut hanging out in the doll spot into our castle.
Yep. Just here to hang out. Although DekarSMASH says, "No, I'm gonna wreck you."
Yeah, Bahamut really doing itself a disservice in a damage race because Dekar has some damage to race with.
Yeah, I think Bahamut thinks that the best way to win is to charge up the most powerful attack possible and unload it, and that doesn't work if you get defeated before you finish charging the first attack.
No. And the strategy underground is the same as it was above ground, which is just let Porum hit things.
Porum is good.
Yeah. Heroin Rope Samurai Bow Porum is good. Don't let anybody tell you different. So LUF discovered the news that Wyvern is underground, knows no more boss hunts for him.
Mm-hmm. Dekar gets Exit on Cecil and Blink on Porum, which will be very nice.
And Bahamut waited around for a while and...
Oh, hey, look, it's free.
Yep, we have a Cecil. And
we have another Cecil.
We have another Cecil.
Just in case.
Just in case.
Just in case you didn't have one, here's one to make sure that you can take advantage of the ouch script.
That's like a storyline battle.
Yeah, hey, we weren't sure you were gonna keep your Cecil, so we absolutely made sure to give you one right before the fight.
and let you know right before the fight that you were gonna need him.
Yep.
Anyway, ouch.
Yeah, we are still only at four distinct characters so far, though, so that hook character is starting to look very attractive to Dekar.
Yeah, there is another character up on the moon with that darkness crystal, wherever that's hanging out. But a lot of checks still to go.
Yep. It does look like, LUF might be making a cheeky... Oh, it's gonna set up a save scum, is, I think, planning to take on the tower.
Yeah.
After Sheila 1.
After Sheila 1, probably going to reset out of that ninja star.
Yeah, Dwarf Castle has some value in the form of the adamant rock. Not necessarily super hard required, it's just half a forge, we may not even see the other half, but it's nice, I guess.
And it's good to, when you have so many objectives left that require a key item, it's good to have one objective that requires only one key item.
Yes. At this point, we're just looking for the Darkness Crystal, the Pan, and the Legend Sword, though.
That's true.
And we really only need 2 of the 3, technically.
2 key items away from go mode. At 37 minutes in, you'd love to see it. And LUF going to crack some eggs, it looks like. Has 2 sirens in his inventory.
Yeah, I might feel like now is the time to grind. Let's just get this early infusion of experience to go take on Lord Babel.
Yeah, so this indicates to me that he wants to go right up to the top of the tower, never wants to visit the tower again.
Dude, I think it's unlikely we see a half tower play here.
While Dekar is shopping and LUF is grinding, do want to thank our restreamer Hurumph and our tracker Firebird Lover for their excellent work. And Dekar is also going to head to the tower.
Doesn't need to grind as much because did get some levels from doing Cave Magnus and from doing Dwarf Castle.
Yes, I think he feels confident in his levels that he can go straight up to the top of the tower. Top tower boss has a lot of HP, but is not very powerful. So only a few bosses up here would really scare him enough to dissuade him from this route, I think.
Yeah, I think the worst boss up here would maybe be Kainazo.
I was thinking the same. Because of that huge HP pool, Kainazo's waves would be devastating to this party up here.
Yeah, there is also the possibility of some rude physical bosses up here because the physical attack power is not negligible.
Want to welcome the Raiders joining us from Possum Morpheus' screen. We are here in Game 3 between DekarSMASH and LUF, the 3 seed facing the 60th seed. Our hero is Porum. We started with a spoon, and we know where Wyvern is. Wyvern is at the king spot in the Land of Summon Monsters.
And that is not where you want to see King Queen Evelyn.
No, on the hook route.
Oof. No King Queen Evelyn at a spot that's at all relevant. Unfortunate.
And that Yang in the Golbez spot is really the only free boss we've seen so far.
Yeah, I believe you're right. Murder Porum is going to do some work against Asura, though. Mute Arrow's Samurai Bow Heroine Robe. I think she's got this.
Yeah. And the magic power up here is not great, so so those Cure 3s aren't really effective. Those Cure 4s are still Cure 4s, though.
Yeah, that is not ideal.
That a Cure 4 did only do 250, so I'm not sure what happened there.
No, that it was I think 10,250, but it does not display. But I think she did actually heal back up. Asura's Cure 4 can heal up to something like 16,000 hit points or so. And then the numbers get wonky.
Yeah.
But up to 16,000 hit points, it'll only be the display numbers that get wonky. If you haven't done over 16,000 hit points, she's still healing to full. Cure 3, on the other hand, actually does what it says it does.
Tier 3 is honest.
Yes, not like Tier 4.
Dekar has been doing some. I think a lot of us know about the life block strategy where you keep it on the gray face, but Dekar was able to keep it on the Cure 3 face, which really helped out.
Yeah. Hey, look, some crystal gear.
Yes, that's money
Yeah.
for all the stuff you don't need to buy, really.
Yeah. So nothing exciting at top of tower. I think that's our second dud check so far.
I think you're right.
There's that and Sheila 1. Oh, hey, look, it's Vanilla.
Hey. Who we got rolling this seed? Ben and or Jerry? And that J item coming in handy.
Yeah, Vanilla here's a little unfortunate. It's another free boss at a free location. Which means more rudeness available for the moon, although we haven't seen either form of guards or water hag yet.
Correct. But a couple minutes ago, we hadn't seen any of the 5 quote-unquote free bosses. And now we've seen 2 in places where you don't really want to be.
Yeah.
Although, chat pointing out, there are some spots where those dark imps can be mighty rude. Same with the Baron guards, frankly.
Ooh, LUF is diving sealed cave.
Maybe
This
LUF
could
like,
be
yeah,
very
maybe LUF
good.
feels like he needs to make a big play here.
Yeah, gonna leave behind the tower with the tower key to go check out what could be at the bottom of the sealed cave. Because I think either this tower, either the super cannon check or the sealed cave check has to be progression.
I believe so.
But
That's
super
a
cannon
dark
has the
imp.
darkness.
The dark imps were hiding it the whole time.
Looks like Dekar is not willing to leave sealed behind though. Is going to go and clear this out.
The one check he can still do on the blue planet. And
could reset, and if it's not value, could just reset right out. It doesn't have to check the boss.
yeah, already knows. We found Demist in the first spot in Baron Inn, in case he joined us late. Wyvern, he knows where it is, so there are absolutely no boss hunts. It's entirely dependent on whether he likes the key item. I think he'll like that, though. That's a pan.
Yeah, that is an objective. So that is access to another. That is go mode. Or no mode at least.
That is no mode, yeah.
And once DekarSMASH gets down to the bottom of this cave, that is go mode.
And a mad scientist has camped out down here. And this spot is quick.
Yeah, they're gonna get quite a lot of turns. Laser could be especially bad in the second phase. But this is generally a fairly doable boss, so hopefully LUF can get through this.
Right, there aren't many places where Luge is an absolute block to you. It will be tricky, and the spot will be fast. Is that an Ogre Axon Sid?
I
On
think
this
it
side?
might be a poison axe.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
Luke Sluge will have to operate him directly now.
Gotta be sure to operate him directly. DekarSMASH is also going to operate him directly.
It appears there's only one way to get through, and that's through him directly. Getting all the EXP from all the forums. What's this button do?
Goodbye, Sid.
Ooh. Little rough of a roll on that, Sid.
Dekar also loses Sid.
So Dekar once gets past once he gets past Dr. Luge, will be in go mode. A couple of our preferred grind options might be off the table, and there are two character checks that Dekar has access to at this point, but I think the question in his mind is, where's the grind going to come from?
Yeah, that's very interesting. Dekar has the Hook character and the Moon character basically to find a good grind character. Otherwise, this is potentially looking like a Mac Giant team.
Oh, we can't go too quickly. This laser, as you were saying, really ripping this party apart.
Yep, goodbye Porum. Oh, and Dekar takes a reset.
Wow.
Oh, that has to hurt. LUF has done enough damage that Cecil could tank that laser, which is nice.
Yeah, LUF making his way through. It's been a rough fight for him as well, but although his party is tattered, it's still standing. Kane able to tank that beam and that laser.
Yeah, Kane is tanking. We're getting closer and closer to the end of the Luge fight for LUF.
Yeah, very nice fight for LUF, trying to get up that Sid to get EXP on everyone.
And he does it successfully.
So LUF through the Seal Cave on his first try, gonna walk out with that pan.
Yep, and you do gotta walk all the way out.
Yeah, no warp casters here. And you cannot exit this cave because of storyline reasons.
Yeah, now just has to, we'll probably run the pan first, but we'll probably run out of things to do fairly quickly unless the pan leads into a really long chain. Hopefully for LUF's sake, it does not.
Yeah, the good thing is that there are a couple of items that could lead LUF away from that tower. The Baron Key's still out there, the Earth Crystal's still out there, but if either of those are behind the Rat Tail, LUF doesn't have the hook yet.
Yes, and those could also be locked behind the moon. We do know that there's at least 2 key items on the moon.
And the thing to remember is there are 2 chances for LUF to get key items out of the pan check. That Yang check is a summon spot, so it'll be a nice piece of gear for completing that objective. but it won't be an Earth Crystal to tempt him or something like that.
Yeah, the Yang Bunk is just gonna be a nice little bonus. The Sheila 2 check is the only check that could lead him astray. On the other hand, the Sheila 2 check could just be the Legend Sword.
That would be better.
Which would be very interesting, because then he would know that darkness is in the tower, and that the moon is completely haunted. Other than the,
Yeah, Legend Sword of Sheila 2, that would be go mode.
Yeah. Well, I did not catch what item that was, but it was not something that we can use.
It's a nice sword.
Yeah,
Or
we got
to look at.
we got another weapon for Edge. we already found a ninja sword. I guess we can have a Masa too.
Dekar, meanwhile, still going after this Luke, has a Star Veil up on Kane.
Yeah, Muge has been extremely rude. But as long as that Star Veil lasts, this fight is technically free.
Luf will get the Ninja Star, and then we'll see what Sheila has for us.
That is not going to lead him anywhere. That's just a package.
Might be worth a check if because there are still only 4 characters, but there wouldn't be a ton of characters there that would compel him to stick it all the way through.
Yeah, that the one advantage is that does get him an extra key item, so that when he finds darkness, that will be his tent if he goes there over Harp.
Dekar is through, and Dekar is in go mode.
Yeah, Dekar just needs to figure out how to grind and how to deal with things. And Edward is not joining the party. I'm sorry. That is not the character we were looking for.
No, I'm sure Edward would love to be carried away, put in bed, fought over, but we just don't have time for that, and Luf is heading to the tower.
Yeah, we know that this will pay out for him. This Darkness Crystal is at the Super Cannon room, which will put Luf in go mode.
Yeah, and even though DekarSMASH is in go mode and Luf is on his way there, still quite a bit of work to do. Wyvern in the king spot, even with an opening Venom, not the easiest thing in the world, and we have no idea who's at Cape Hammond.
Yeah, there could be some rudeness still in this seed. We also only have 4 characters.
Yes.
It might be nice to pick up a 5th character, perhaps.
And
you know,
Dekar can pick up 2 anytime he wants, or up to 2. Luf does not have that option.
Yeah, we'll get 1 once he gets through the tower and gets the Darkness Crystal, but well, a chance at finding a character.
Dekar does his 5th objective. Luf, staring down this Asura, knows that this Asura can heal itself very easy. I think was checking to see how many Star Veils he had left.
Yeah, I don't think has the veils to do a double wall, but might be able to get through with some potential life lock or cure 3 lock strats.
Yeah, it'll be a fight of timing. And he's going to try and do the life lock strats.
Yeah, this will work. Won't be fast, but it'll work.
Dekar, meanwhile, summoning the big whale. And this is certainly a character check, you would think.
Yeah, character check. Maybe thinking about grinding up on the moon.
Now, if there's a fourth Cecil up here, do you run down that hook route and see who's there?
Yes. I want to know if there's an Edge or a Tella in this seed.
Yeah.
But also, it does look like Dekar is prepping for a Mac Giant grind,
I think that
which is the grind you do in the worst case scenario. I mean, Sid and Porum can at least carry through a Mac Giant grind.
Porum's been carrying this party this entire seed. Why stop now?
Yeah. But we get bailed out. It's Edge on the moon.
Moon Edge coming to save us. And
we have a Masa and a Ninja Sword.
Yeah, Dekar has a lot of great gear for him.
Yeah, it might be time to just go steal Sirens. Just go steal Sirens.
Yep. Dekar's heading back to the blue planet. Needs to go back there anyway because Wyvern's down there. Might as well do it now.
Yeah, I need to come back up here to handle Cave Bahamut, but Cave Bahamut's a little bit scary, especially since he knows that it's not King Queen Eblin.
Yes. Yeah, still a lot of scary bosses on the table. We haven't seen Antlion. We haven't seen Kanatsa. We haven't seen Baigan.
To answer, I think, a facetious question in chat, we don't steal vampires and Starveils because that's longer. That's slow. Yeah. Also, stealing Starveils literally requires Porum, or almost requires Porum at any reasonable level.
I mean, stealing is wrong. Let's just get that out of the way, but...
to be fair, we do have Porum.
Yeah.
We do have Porum. Porum makes stealing easier with her cry ability. It's a fantastic ability that does essentially nothing, except it lowers the stat that is used to determine stealing calculations. So it makes Edge more likely to steal.
Dekar did the other thing that you want to do before sneaking Sirens with Edge, making sure he has enough room in his inventory.
Yes, very important. Have an empty slot or a Siren stack in the inventory.
And we are seeing the cry strat.
Yep, you can cry on the alert at these alerts, I believe, 5 times for maximum effectiveness. But up to 5 times. Every cry is good. After 5 cries, it maxes out.
Question in chat: would you steal Bacchus with this party? I would.
I think it's probably worth it to steal a few Bacchus at least.
Yeah, and you have a lightsaber on that Cecil, but if you could get a defense sword or something like that,
yes,
that ogre chest.
If you can manage to pull something really nice out of that Mad Ogre chest, I mean...
Yeah, that would make the juice worth the squeeze, in my opinion.
Yeah. To answer the question in chat, we have seen the Alt Gauntlet. The Alt Gauntlet was the first spot of ordeals.
Yeah.
And
Alt Gauntlet in Bahamut.
Dekar does have a Silk Web. I don't believe LUF found it. Dekar found one in Antlion Cave. Oh, hey, look, LUF is through Asura.
Yep, LUF used the lifelock strategy. Very well done. It was a little bit slow, but it was.
It's his Crystal Gauntlet.
Yes.
Hooray, Crystal Gauntlets. So good.
Dekar, meanwhile, still on the alert.
Yep. I mean, gotta make sure you steal all the sirens. He does have, yes, he does have 10 key items. Exactly. So we'll be getting double experience.
And he has his pick of places to use these sirens, but with the defeat Wyvern objective down here, I think it might just be quicker to cook some eggs in the underground.
Yes, music's been done. Dekar did music before touching Dwarf Castle or Lower Babel. And that's where he got the hook. Using the spoon to get rid of that, and I did not see what was in that chest, but...
It was very quick. And he is going to stay and cook some eggs. Chat informing us that was a Dragoon Spear.
That is fantastic for scrambling these eggs.
Yes.
That is really good luck.
Everything's coming up, Dekar. It's really great to see.
We'll see if...
So, how do you like your eggs, Xenocat? You like them killed?
Scrambled is good.
Do you like them hatching?
Not equipping the Dragoon Spear. Huh. I mean, yes, that takes time, but now all these fights are going to take longer.
Yeah. Interesting. You know, he went by too fast for either of us to see. You think he went by too fast for he to see?
Perhaps. But, I mean, you could just curse pour him. Yeah, curse pour him, stick Kane in the middle, let Kane do things.
Luke has his Darkness Crystal and is on his way to the moon. He'll get the good news about Edge.
Yep. Meanwhile, Dekar is just tearing through these eggs.
Yeah, while Dekar is grinding, while Luke is going through the cutscene of summoning the whale. Do want to thank once again our restreamer Harumph and our tracker Firebird Lover doing a terrific job. And thank you, Xenocat, for everything, all the knowledge that you have in your head.
Listen. All this free enterprise knowledge is pushing out like actual things that I need. It's fine.
Yeah. I just want to tell a story real quick. I was at a party with some friends the other day, and we ordered from a local pizza place, and I started singing their commercial jingle, and they're all staring at me because none of them don't remember this jingle, even though like it gets played during baseball games or something. So I've heard it like 3 million times. And I'm like, I could remember the names of all your parents, but this is what occupies space in my brain. It's really sad.
Yeah. Sometimes it's just like that.
Luke gets his edge. And Dekar looks to be in the stage where all of his party members are one-shotting these eggs.
Yeah, this is very good. Although that edge is not back row glitched, so I don't think we'll be able to. Yeah, it won't be able to one-shot. Oh hey, look, Dekar realized that he had a Dragoon Lance and doesn't have to use the Blizzard Spear anymore.
Yeah, a casual 4,500.
Yeah, that Dragoon Lance is really good.
Does bonus damage against dragon, which underneath that egg is a dragon.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter with whether Edge or Kane goes first, but because they both one-shot things. But yeah, Kane. I mean, moving Kane to the middle. I guess it's a little faster animation if Kane goes because he only swings once.
Yes. Well, technically twice. Dink dink. I would call that swinging twice.
Okay, that's fair. Edge swings 4 times then.
Yeah. Either way, it's double the amount of animation.
Does look like LUF is taking the same chest to steal Sirens from, though, so we'll get a Dragoon's Lance as well.
Now, LUF is a little bit behind here. Gonna go for the same strategy, which, to be fair, there's not really another strategy you could do overall to come from behind. LUF went to the moon as soon as he could. Once he found that edge, once you found that edge, you just have to sneak Sirens. There's not a faster way to get to levels. So LUF is a little bit behind, going to work as fast as he can, but Dekar, if he does not reset for some reason, is in the driver's seat.
Yeah, it looks like LUF is also going to summon some, or that may have been an accidental summon of Naga, and isn't using Cry to make the steal rate higher.
Nope, gonna go for getting edge turns over all else. Dekar,
I mean, the steal rate here is not terribly good with an edge at base level. I want to say it's roughly 50-50.
Dekar's Porum is up to white, and he is done. Gonna head down to vanquish that dragon.
Yes, and that Dragoon Lance is going to be very helpful for this fight as well.
Yes. Going to slow down that Porum. Get the heroine robe off of her. And put the curse ring on.
Yep, making sure that the rest of the party can go just as fast as Wyvern.
The queen spot, I believe, is the Calbrainadals, which is irrelevant but interesting.
Yep. He's going to buy a Lunar Staff. This will be nice for Porum for healing in the Z fight. And there's that NPC getting away.
Yes, that red robe, that dark imp, always where you don't want it to be. Blarg.
I think Wyvern is an Earth Dragon. Because Wyvern has decided that everyone needs to be poisoned. Which just means we have to heal Kane before we can berserk him.
The status priority strikes again. LUF is starting on his grind, and after a false start, gets that Dragoon Lance equipped on Kane in the middle slot. This is going to go just a little bit faster.
Yep. Dekar, though, is through Wyvern already.
Completes that objective.
And here, have a bonus defense sword. Why
There
not?
we go.
Why not?
But Cecil could use it.
I mean, it's also an upgrade for Kane. Cecil's got a lightsaber. He's fine.
Yeah, he'll be okay. Either way, more things to throw at Zeromus if nothing else.
Yeah. At this point, Dekar just needs to head up to Cave Bahamut and clear that.
Ooh, giving us the poison walk.
Dekar, you shouldn't have. Oh goodness, the flash effects are a little, yeah.
Yeah.
But that sweet poison walk sound.
At least we're not getting a harp song out of it, right?
Yeah, no. Poison walk is never going to be in the harp tool.
Dekar mercifully uses a cabin outside of Evelyn Castle.
This tells me he's going to be stealing some Bacchus. And
yeah,
maybe hoping for a good sword out of the Mad Ogres.
He does remember the left tower is where he ran into all of the trap chests. I don't think he ever checked out which ones were which, but
this is not them.
No. But he's gonna go through it anyway.
I would have flamed here, actually. Instead of attacking with edge.
Would have gotten rid of all the skulls anyway.
Flame sweeps the skulls, and then you can whack the Staleman.
Yeah.
Not too much of a time loss though, and it's easy to forget about Edge's ninja magic.
Gets a moon veil.
I mean, moon veil was nice. Sure.
Running out of real good opportunities to use it.
Yeah, not gonna sit through that chest because the other chest is in a different tower.
Sorry, Mario. Your chest is in a different tower. Finally gets to the 3 Mad Ogre chest he was looking for.
Yeah, meanwhile, LUF, it looks like, has finished his grind and is heading down to deal with Wyvern.
I don't know if LUF stuck around long enough to realize what Wyvern's opening Mega Nuke attack is.
Oh yes, I don't know.
But Dekar realizes it's time to cry, time to grab some boxes. It's whine and cry time here on Dekar's stream.
Yep. Ooh, Edge is still not succeeding super consistently. I mean, the Mad Ogres are a bit tougher to steal from than the alerts.
Yeah, they just... Although, you know, there's only so many spots on the Mad Ogre where he could be keeping all that wine.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know where our Edge keeps finding it in.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure I want to know.
No. Maybe the Mad Ogre has like a portable wine fridge hidden in that loincloth.
Yeah, that's it. Anyway.
Luke threw that wyvern. A very quick fight there.
DekarSMASH gets some samurai arrows. Fantastic.
Yeah, they have outlived their usefulness point, but I think the gear collection was the furthest thing from his mind there. And Dekar is heading up to Cave Bahamut.
Yep. Well then, we'll be heading to Cave Bahamut, and then I think probably straight back down to the Blue Planet to go through the pass door.
Yeah, that would be the faster way to go. The question in chat, do we even know what's in Cape Bahamut? No. Nobody has even set foot in Cape Bahamut yet. We're about to find out together. And that's really exciting.
Yay, we get to find out what boss is in Cape Bahamut. No, the seed cannot put the forge piece behind Cape Bahamut. Cape Bahamut does not reward a key item.
No, Cape Bahamut is a summon spot, not a moon spot. And summon spots do not yield key items in these flags.
Yes, we will unfortunately not see a legend sword here.
No. That'd be fun. A hard required key item in a 5 out of 5.
Odin is fun.
Yeah, this is why you grind up.
Yeah, Odin is not pleasant.
Gonna be hitting for huge amounts of damage.
And unfortunately, I don't think either runner has found a Thunderclaw, so...
Same one. There were a couple of Poison Claws in Baron Inn.
We're just gonna be bonking. And yeah, LUF has caught right back up with DekarSMASH in this Odin fight. Doesn't have the Bacchus Wines, but that might not matter too much. The Z fight will be a little bit slower than Dekar's will, but is at least going to get through this Odin around the same time.
Yeah, this is really close. Odin's sword is raised on Dekar's side, but will not have the chance to do the Odin smash. Dekar is through.
Yep, it's now raised up on LUF's side as well. That's a fun item. A Stardust Rod for the Black Mage we've never found.
Even seen. LUF is through about 20 seconds or so afterward.
Yeah, not too long behind.
Dekar hopping in the big whale and returning to the blue planet. Going to use that pass door. I don't think there's anything he needs to stock up on before this Z fight. This is...
Yeah, no, he has a soul clip, he's got the levels. I think it's time to just go.
And is heading straight to Troya. Yeah, Awesome Morpheus pointing out in chat. This is the 3 seed DekarSMASH versus the 60 seed LUF, and look how close they are in game 3. This is just an extremely deep community. Any runner can beat any other runner on the right day. It just shows the quality that there is in this community.
Indeed. It does look like LUF is going to go steal some Bacchus now, which I think is exactly what Dekar needs.
But it's time to ask a question, I think.
Oh yeah, it is time to ask a question. DekarSMASH is heading to the Zemus fight. We don't like to move Zemus around like we do with the other bosses because he's too big and scary. So we changed something else about him. What might that be, Sheep Launcher?
Zemus's appearance, which means we ask the question, precisely whose butt are we going to kick tonight?
Is butt cute?
Is it scary?
Does it have a butt? These questions and more
will be answered tonight. 4 Zerkers, a cursed ring white mage, staring down the face of evil. And that is evil.
It's Dark Force. I don't think that's cute.
No, it takes a mother to love that face.
I do think it has a butt, though.
Probably, although I would never want to get close enough to determine for sure.
No, yeah, no, I agree with you there. Tossing that silk web to nerf the first Big Bang. Hopefully Edge is fine. It's fine.
Shrugs it off.
Gonna heal up anyway, but it's mostly fine.
Edge might be a little susceptible to a high roll nerf to Big Bang. That Cure 3 is going to take that particular worry off the table.
And we will see how much damage this party is doing. Edge is putting out almost 4,000 by himself. Kane's doing a good 2,500. Cecil's now going.
Yeah, this Dark Force must not too long for this world. Everyone stays up with at least half health.
Yep, not too scary, that Big Bang. Cecil's doing 3,000 damage. I think if Sid is berserked, this party is totally safe to just unload on this Zeromus and should not see a second Big Bang.
LUF, meanwhile, really having trouble sneaking consistently from these Mad Ogres.
Yeah, not crying versus the Mad Ogres is definitely makes it a lot harder to steal from them. They've got a pretty high $2F stat, which is the stat that determines if you can steal from them, and it's rather high. Not the highest, of course. It's just relatively high.
But Isthrun will be heading to Troya momentarily. But Dekar is hacking this crab to bits.
Yep, just gonna keep chopping the crab up.
Yeah, time to make crab bisque. Another shake, but all the fighters zerked up. Health is almost completely topped off.
Yeah, I don't know if we're gonna see this Big Bang. The damage is right around that threshold.
Big Bang is gonna come out.
Down goes Porum.
It's a shame because Porum did so much for this party throughout this seed.
Yeah, Porum just took so much damage from that Big Bang. Out comes a Meteo.
Big Bang into Meteo is scary.
Oh, Edge is still alive!
It missed 2 characters, didn't kill any of the others,
and that's the flash. That is the skate race over. DekarSMASH is finished with an official time of 1 hour, 25 minutes, and 33 seconds, and will be moving on to the round of 32. GG's to DekarSMASH, and we'll see if we can get him in here for an interview.
And it sounds like he has joined us. GG's Dekar.
GG. GG LUF. It was a great match, and I had a lot of fun.
Yeah, this was a really entertaining race to watch.
Yeah, you were blazing through the seed at a pretty good clip until Mount Ordeals just had all the slow bosses at once. What was your thinking climbing that mountain?
I mean, it's fine. Like, you know your opponent's gonna have to go through it too. I wish I would have correctly used the Zeus Rage on that third fight instead of the Lit Bolt, but other than that, I thought I got through about as fast as you reasonably could.
Yeah, you made a very heads-up play early after looting that Eblin Castle to buy some arrows, which I think really got you going through a lot of the early game.
Well, that Eblin Castle was pretty stacked for Porum. I mean, it had everything you wanted. A hero and robe, a samurai bow, and even a cursed ring for the late game if you wanted it. It just didn't have any arrows, so you had to... I think at that point you have to go into shopping percent mode and find something. And I found lit arrows in Agart, which are probably good enough, but I decided to look for either Mute or Charm, and I fortunately found them in the second shop.
Yeah, and that just ended up becoming your DPS for most of the seed.
Yep, Porum was definitely the hero.
Yeah, not every seed do we get to see the hero actually be the hero, but in this case, she absolutely was.
Yep.
The pan was in Luca Cave behind a really rude Dr. Lugai. So it took you a couple tries, but you made it through there.
Yeah, I knew he was going to be kind of annoying there, given the speed of that spot and the magic power and the kind of questionable agility situation that I had, especially the first time. Having a hero in robe is great until all of a sudden it makes Dr. Lugai take 4 turns for every one of your parties. I was surprised he was still as fast as he was after I cursed her instead, but it is a really fast spot, and I got through.
I mean, the cursed ring, the way the cursed ring works is it doesn't slow down the boss, it just makes your other party members faster.
Yeah.
So, cursing your Porum just makes everyone else, just makes Cecil, Sid, and Kane able to keep up somewhat. Yeah. He's still quite fast, though.
Starveils, though, are clutch in that particular scenario.
Yeah, the Starveil really helped you through that fight.
Probably should have just used like 3 of them, because at that point I knew I was in go mode. I knew I wasn't going to do reflect strats, so what are you saving them for?
Maybe a boss at Cape Bahamut, but like all the really bad bosses were gone. We'd already gone through Golbez, Acero was off the table. There's nothing really that would require a Starveil other than potentially D-Lunars if you wanted to do reflect strats, or Lunar Frogs.
Yep.
But there's Porum has wall, it's fine.
Did want to you said GG's to LUF, but LUF took you to game 3 in the first round, going to finish just a couple of minutes behind you. Talk about how, even though you selected LUF to be your bracket partner, how that particular selection worked out and how you're looking forward to the next round as well.
It didn't surprise me that he played as well as he did. Even though he was one of the lower seeds, I think that's only because he only played in a small number of the qualifiers. It's not because he's, the 60th best player in this tournament. I played him once before on the ladder. It was a pretty close race. And I remembered watching some of his races in the Lollyho League, and I thought he played well there. So it was definitely not me picking him thinking he's an easy opponent. And he really showed that he's not. And as for next round, Lord Bob Bree, I thought played really brilliantly in his round of 64 matches, so I'm going to have another tough one ahead of me.
Do you think it's better to get your really tough ones out of the way early?
My goal was, matches that were competitive but not really tough, and maybe I got more than I bargained for, but it turned out pretty good.
Well, GG's again, and congratulations on making it to the round of 32. Xenocat, if you have anything else, feel free, but I just want to wish you best of luck the rest of the way.
Thank you.
Yeah, I got nothing else for you unless you have any final thoughts, Dakar.
I guess my only final thought was, I kind of had a little bit of a flashback to game one there, like with the sense of having go mode, having edge, and feeling like how safe do I want to play this. And I played it pretty safe again, and I'm glad it didn't bite me a second time.
Yeah, I think the main time difference there was LUF had much slower fights through the overworld due to just not having arrows for a while. And that really enabled you to just tear through a lot of the early game until you were about a check or two ahead for much of the seed. Although it got close towards the end.
Yeah, well, I didn't really need to steal the Bacchus wines, and I didn't really need to leave Sid as a chemist, but one of the ways to lose that race was to wipe the Zemus, and I wanted to make sure that was not how I went out.
Yeah. No, I think if you had Zerked Sid, the damage would have been enough that second Big Bang wouldn't have even happened, but...
I think that's right.
Again,
I just wasn't 100% sure.
Yeah. And, I mean, Porum went down to that Big Bang, so it was nice to have at least someone who could heal, just in case.
I knew there was no chance of shirtless, cursed ring Porum surviving a Big Bang. She would have to roll really well, and that's why I played it a little safe with Sid.
Well, what you did worked out this race. GG's again on your win, and best of luck in the round of 32.
Great, thank you. GG's again for LUF, and thanks to all the Restream team for their hard work on this.
And we are now joined by LUF. LUF, GG's. That was a really spectacular race and a really spectacular showing in the round of 64.
Well, thanks, and GG obviously to Dekar. I'm quite sure he actually put quite a strong showing again. He's a phenomenal player. I can't wait to play him again. Pretty much, maybe in the next tourney. Who knows? But again, Dekar, you're an awesome player. Thanks for the small help left and right, and also, like I said, I hope I'll be able to play against you again someday.
Yeah, you put up a really good fight throughout that seed. It was you had a bit of a slower overworld than Dekar, but you made a lot of that time back by not checking Cape Magnus. And you were basically neck and neck heading into that Odin fight.
Oh, that's actually disappointing to hear.
It was a time difference or less heading into that Cape Bahamut Odin fight.
Okay, that's pretty. Oh, wow. I wasn't sure exactly what Dekar was doing at that point. I mean, I was expecting him. Okay, this is pretty much either a very straightforward seed, or you would actually have used the you will actually start to doing the moon instead. And I was okay, maybe it's on the moon, maybe I'm actually okay. I'm still stressed pretty much as hell at that moment, because I don't know if I'm in advance or not. And then I thought the fight actually went well. Well, obviously I did not have lit arrows. When Taroles actually heard his interview, and I heard that he actually pretty much did the overworld with the charm arrows. That actually made pretty much a big difference out there. And if not, I was actually looking at that as for a very long time. I knew I didn't have anything against it, and I really thought going only mid tower for a good 2 or 3 seconds before starting the fight. That might have also made quite a difference, not having to do that very long fight.
Yeah, that Asura fight was slow, but you got through it pretty well.
Well, Azura can be very long, but at the same time very easy. It's just a question of making sure that you can actually lock her in life mode. So
Making sure she doesn't get a Cure 4 off and restart the full fight.
that would have been a disaster.
Cure 3, fine. Whatever. She gets 300 hit points back. That's fine. Cure 4, you're back to basically square one. Unless you get her down to like the last couple thousand hit points there, then she just doesn't heal, which is fantastic.
Indeed.
The fight you really impressed me with was that Dr. Luge fight in the Seal Cave, where very quick, Dr. Luge, you made it through on the first try.
Well, yeah, Dr. Luge can be quite a problem at that place. I did actually end up with Luge at Seal Cave twice in practice, so I knew what I was getting into. So that actually served me well.
Yeah, the fight went really smoothly for you, and that was one fight where Dekar struggled just a little bit, and that gave you back quite a bit of time because you got out of that sealed cave first, although Dekar had already done Lower Babel at that point.
Okay. Really can't wait to see actually Dekar's around, because I'm gonna learn a lot from that one again. But hey, that's an extra of...
It was not, you did not run poorly.
No, and I we've seen you in the last couple of tournaments run really well. You were in the hook route in CZ3. You just were just on the outside of brackets in the league, and you made it into the brackets, and with just a couple of minutes off of making it to the round of 32 in this one. How do you think this tournament kind of marked your improvement and kind of marked your growth as a runner?
Well, first of all, being able to take a game on Dekar, it means a lot to me. I was kind of at the point that, can I actually practice enough? Do I actually learn enough from all the plays I do? And I actually started the tournament with, kind of a slight negative feeling. I wasn't sure if I was progressing enough. I had somewhat a hard time to make the round of 64. I was only 60. So I wasn't quite sure how, do I actually can do anything worth it? And there goes game number one. I was actually expecting pretty much like everyone. I saw the bracketology like everyone, pretty much. I would say maybe 3/4 of the players actually said, that will be a duo. I was actually agreeing with all of them. Just being able to take one game on Dekar, it kind of helped the confidence a little. So I'm exiting this tournament. Of course, I'm a little disappointed not have been able to go to the round of 32. That said, that's still a good experience for me. That's still very positive. I mean, I can take games on big players. I consider Dekar to be a very, very good player, and I'm expecting him to go very far in the tournament. So that's positive for me. That's how I see it.
Yeah, you have a... I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, you can...
I was just going to say, you have a lot of positives to take from your play in this tournament. I know it's disappointing to miss out, but your future is bright, and I think you showed all of us here today, especially that you're a force to be reckoned with.
Thanks. I still think there is actually something I need to fix in my game. I sometimes actually we pretty much all started this run again. I was forgetting to remove the crystal armor after equipping it and stuff like that. I keep doing those small mistakes. I really need to fix that if I actually want to have a deeper run. That's something that's fixable. I just need to maybe take better notes simply while doing a run, making sure that everything's checked out, making sure that everything's perfect for the next fight.
Yeah, and it's kind of tough to balance that with the time that you spend looking at your equipment and making sure that everything is all.
Indeed, you always fear.
Yeah,
indeed, you always fear that you're actually spending too much time in shop, too much stuff in inventory.
If you're trying to spend all the time to optimize everything, it's like did you need that menu to get through the boss?
Indeed.
Like as quickly. It's a whole balancing act that you've got to do there.
And obviously there was a stress of
Yeah.
facing elimination.
Stress is real.
Indeed. It was very real. I was you have no idea how stressed I was, especially for game 1. It meant a lot taking that game. It actually helped me relax more. Stress still show up, but good stress. Simply, okay, I need to perform. I need to do something good. I need to think through the whole game, make sure that I don't do any mistakes. Mistakes still happen, but hey, I'll try to fix that. And maybe, hopefully, get someday into the round of 32.
Yeah. Your tournament run unfortunately does come to an end here, but you ran a good set of 3, and looking forward to seeing you in the next tournament potentially.
Definitely will be there. I won't miss one. I know I'm not very down the ladder in the community clubs and all, but time's kind of an issue for me. But I still practice on my own. I should actually watch more games. I know that would help a lot. I don't know if you actually saw that in the race chat, but I only learned yesterday that it was not a C-buy.
Oh yeah, no, it's not. It's very, that is a flag I constantly forget as well, because I'm so used to C-buy.
Indeed, I keep practicing either with C-buy or C5. So I like having to be forced to use certain characters to make sure, you depend your
to make sure
knowledge
that you're
of them.
comfortable with whatever situation the seed might throw at you.
Indeed.
And LUF, well, again, it was a great set of 3, and GG's again, and we'll see you around during the off season.
Thanks, and I want to thank the old Restream team. I want to thank the old tournament team too. You all do incredible work. Thanks for simply putting us with such a great event. Thanks again.
Thanks, LUF. Au revoir.
Bye.
Well, that was an exciting end to that matchup. We have one more match for you tonight. We'll be sending you all over to Free Enterprise, where we can jump in on Hero versus Prof. Corey. Match game 3.
Yeah, just as a reminder, no spoilers from this race heading over here, please. Let them watch it as they are, but we're gonna hop over. We're excited to have you come over with us as well. Want to thank one more time our restreamer Harumph, our tracker Firebird lover. Thank you, Xenocat.
And thank you, Sheep Launcher, for hopping in here with me and talking about this race.
It was a really fun one. All right, everybody, we'll see you over at Free Enterprise. So long.